Hello everyone. My name is Linda Gunnar. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfection Creations. Linda's Perfection Creations is an event planning and wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in around Philadelphia area. We do full service, partial, month of coronations, destination weddings, milestone celebrations, pretty much anything that need planning and decor we handle it all. I am a master certified wedding planner and a certified florist. If you are watching us or joining us for the first time, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That way you can get updated information about all the cool things we're going to talk about so you don't miss anything. All my information is also in the description comment. You can follow me on all social media platforms and also on my website, www.lyndaperfect.creationsevents.com. To learn more about my services, you can also sign up for a free 30-minute consultation. Yes, I said free 30 minutes consultation where you can tell me about your upcoming events and we can go from there, see if it's a great fit. And I guarantee you, after you get done speaking to me and learning about my company, you would definitely want to come on board. So today I'm going to talk about staying within your budget. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm a very stiffer for budget, and I feel like with anything you do, you have to make sure you have the right budget. So today I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about budget, touch something on budget because I feel like I haven't really talked about it in a while. And it's like pretty much simple is that most of the time I get a lot of people coming my way about services that they want. And most of the time it's always the same thing. You will have a selected few people who want to see all these great ideas on Pinterest. And that's why I said me and Pinterest have a love and hate relationship because you can find a lot of great ideas on there, but at the same time, it set the expectation high sometimes. So you'll have clients who see these beautiful masterpieces and then they want the services. Well, there's nothing wrong with having the services. If you see something, you can definitely go for it. But then the problem is that they don't have the budget for it. And at times they figure, oh well maybe oh excuse me. And try to negotiate, and sometimes they end up going to other people where they think is the best fit, and the wedding just look tacky. So let me just say this for you: if you're trying to have the wedding of your dreams, and I understand as a engaged couple, I know I was where you were when, and even now we are. Sometimes we see something that you want, but the thing is, if you see something that you want, work towards it and get that. So if you feel like this is the ideal wedding that you want. This is your dream wedding. You want all the glitz, the glams, and everything, even if it's a small amount of people, and you figure this is what I want. Save towards it. I understand you want to hurry and get married. I get that and I understand it. But if you do not have the budget, please do not go ahead and take a loan. I see a lot of people taking loans for weddings. And in the end, what I do is try to put a lot of stress because you just got married and then you got to pay all these huge debt that you want to do it. Hey, if that's for you, that's for you. But I strongly recommend that's not the way you want to get married, putting yourself in more debt just to have these luxury and amazing weddings. What I mean by that, typically, back in the day, how to pay for a wedding is they say that your typically 1 year salary is the one that pay for your wedding, and it still remains true today. The average cost for a wedding right now in the state of Pennsylvania is anything between $30,000 and $35,000 for the people one like a 100 people guest count, and that includes everything. That's just the average. It can be higher, it can be smaller. Your budget can determine based on what you want. So your needs and wants, you can decide what is important to you. You can cut down. There's a lot of ways you can save costs. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. October is really extremely busy. It's like it's one of those seasons as to come close to wedding season, so it gets chaotic. Like I have even literally something almost every time this month. So as I was saying, you can save towards it. Um, do your research. Most event planners, most wedding planner, we work matches, work miracle, but we can't just make things come up in thin air. It just don't work like that. So if there's certain services you want and certain things you want, if the cost is a lot, research it and think about it. So that's why I tell every client, search out at least 2 to 4 vendors, blenders, everybody, doesn't really matter. Get your information, see who can give you the best deal. When I mean by deal, I don't mean like who can give you the cheapest price, because sometimes cheapest don't always mean good and sometimes expensive don't always mean good. Look at the services, talk to these people, get to in the head and see who can actually make your wedding dreams come true. How can they accomplish it? What are the things that they can do to make those dreams a reality? See what other option that you can substitute when it comes from your flowers, when it comes from your decor setting. You can still have certain things. Maybe let's say, for example, you can do a cheaper linen fabric and in a rental versus using a high-end one. If the high-end linen is more important to you, you can use that. You can cut down, substitute. Okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna cut down this flower centerpieces. I'm gonna do a little bit more candles. Maybe I'm gonna do a picture frame. So there's a lot of ways that you can save within your budget to make sure that you have the dreams. But one thing is that you cannot do is that you cannot see these beautiful weddings. It looks beautiful, but trust me, it costs. There's a lot of costs associated with it, because one, labor, your florist, there's a lot of labor associated with it. There's a lot of labor coming with the planner, trying to coordinate most of those things that are happening. There's a lot of money that you will have to pay for these things. So if you are planning your wedding yourself and you are paying your wedding for yourself, another option is, instead of doing a full service planner, do a month of coordination planner. Instead of doing, just maybe decor aspect, you can do everything, and then, which is challenging, I do understand, but it will save you a lot of money, and you can just have somebody to put everything in place. So there's a lot of things. But if you say, you know what, and I will say to you, I'm going to be honest, planning a wedding is not an easy job. It is one of the top 10, if not 5, according to Forbes, most stressful thing you do career ever. And I say, I love my job. I extremely love what I do. Is it stressful? Yes, it is. If you do not have the right temperament, if you don't have the patience, if you don't have the stress to do a lot of things, always think about it. It gets intense. And I'm sorry if you can hear the background noise. That is my husband coming in on his bike. So if you can hear them in the back office, if you can hear that loud motorcycle noise in the back, that's where it's coming from. So, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of things that you have to do to make sure that you're still within your budget. So if you want this luxurious wedding, don't just look at the pictures. Just don't look at everything and just say, oh my God, I need this. Know how much it costs. Find channel costs money. Rental costs money. Your rental costs, try to figure out how you can lower your rental costs, because most planner may have their inventory, but it's still going to be a lot of money. It's still going to be a lot of things, because those are premium stuff. It's the same thing, like for example, when you want a Louis Vuitton bag versus going to buy a Coach bag, or versus going to buy something from Macy's. They are all pocketbooks, but the prices are different. So you have to decide which one is more important. Which one do you want, and which one, how is it relatable to you? You may say, okay, well, I do, and I love the Louis Vuitton bag. It's pretty, but if it's not in your budget right now, you're not going to get it. You're going to get something else that's just as nice and just as decent enough that you can carry until you can afford that. Now, there are few people who try to live above their means, and I understand that. But my advice to you is that don't do that, because you stressed out so much. I see a lot of brides so stressed out over the wedding that they don't really have that glow. They're really not completely relaxing in the wedding, because they are so worried about how they're going to keep up with all these things. Now, I understand we all have our vision, we have our passion, we have something that we want, we envision this day, and everybody should have their dream wedding. I do understand that, and I appreciate that for that. But all I'm saying is, in order to have your dream wedding, if you do not have the funds, you cannot have a dream wedding. You cannot expect to have a celebrity wedding on a mediocre budget. It's not going to work. And I'm not saying to be offensive, I'm not saying it to be mean, but it's just the reality. You cannot expect somebody else to cut down the prices just to make sure that you get what you want. And even if you have the money, if you have to stress yourself thin just to do that, that's also not a right way to go as well. So the moral of the story is that if you want something, save up towards that wedding and have your dream wedding. If you have to wait additional 6 months to plan your wedding, please do that. If you have to wait an additional year to plan your wedding, please do that to make sure that you have your dream wedding and you are not stressed. Yes, it may seem like, oh my God, I want to get down the aisle quickly. I just want to do that. But it will be better if you save and have everything you want versus trying to look around and figure out where you can have these funds. That is all for today. I hope this information was very helpful and informative to you guys. My name is Linda Gunner. I am the CEO and founder of Linda Perfect Creations. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, have an amazing day. And you can also go on my website. Don't forget to schedule that free 30-minute consultations on www.lyndaperfect.creationsevents.com. Thank you and have an amazing day. Bye.